folks, Backyard Barbecue here. Today I'm going to make a smoked barbecue lasagna. Stick around, I think you're going to like this one. Okay, we've got our lasagna that we're going to boil up and cook in just a minute. Now here, I smoked a brisket the other day, and this is about 2 pounds of the thinnest part of the flat. I saved it, chopped it up. This is going to make a great flavor profile on the meat to be used in this lasagna. Last night, I made up a batch of Suckle Buster's fresh salsa fixin'. But I used crushed tomatoes instead of diced tomatoes, and this is going to be the base for our sauce that we use when I combine it with the barbecue sauce. Now we put our salsa into a pot here, and we're going to heat it up to a nice low simmer. Now as this is starting to heat up, I'm going to add in the barbecue sauce so that this can all be mixed in with it and cook. This is going to give us some great flavor now added to that salsa with the barbecue sauce. Now as this is heating up, we're going to take and add to it all our chopped meat. And this will be when this is all cooked up and simmers for about 20-30 minutes, this is going to make our meat sauce for the lasagna. Okay, while we got the noodles boiling and the sauce is simmering, we're going to fix our cheese. In this bowl here, we've got some nice ricotta cheese. We've got 4 cheese blend of Mexican cheese here, a couple eggs, and this is some chipotle powder to give it a little kick on the back end. So what we're going to do is add our eggs in, and we're going to mix a little bit of our chipotle right in over the top of that. And then we're going to throw in just a little bit of the shredded cheese in here. And then we're going to mix this together. And this is going to be our cheese sauce that goes inside the lasagna. Okay, we've got our lasagna noodles cooked. Our sauce is simmered, so we're ready to start putting this together. First, we're going to take a nice layer and put some of our sauce and spread it out on the bottom of the pan. We want to get this maybe a 1/4 inch thick coating right there on the bottom of that pan, and coat that in real nice and thick. We want a nice thick coating on the bottom, just like that. Now that's going to make a nice bed to put our noodles on. Now we're going to take our noodles and we're going to weigh one this way, because that's how they work out size-wise for this dish. And then we're going to put one over here and overlap it. And we're going to put another one in there. And another one. Now, we've got a layer in there. We're going to take and add a little bit more meat sauce right in here. Not quite as thick as the layer we put on the bottom. But we're going to put a nice little generous layer of meat right here again. Like this, kind of spread it around. Just like that. We're going to put a nice little layer right in there on that. Now, we're going to start building with the cheese. We're going to put our cheese layer in that we fixed up earlier with the ricotta. Now we're going to put a nice layer of that in here. Just like that over the top, and just kind of spread it around. We want to save some for another layer. So we're going to just kind of spread that around like that. Doesn't have to be the neatest looking in the world. Kind of like that. Then, we're going to take some of the 4 cheese and just gently sprinkle a little layer of that on top of there. Like that. We want this nice and gooey when we're done. Now, we're going to take some more of these noodles, and we're going to make our next layer on top. Like so. Just like that. Now we got a nice layer in there. Now, to that, again, we're going to take and add our meat sauce. Now this time we're pretty much going to use all the meat sauce that we made for this batch. And we're going to put it right in here just like this. We'll just do it a little, won't be the neatest, but we'll do it like this. And then we're just going to spread that around, just like that. Kind of get us a little layer of that in there. Oh, this is looking good. I'm getting hungry already. So we're done with that. Now, again, we're going to take the ricotta cheese that we mixed up, and we're going to put the rest of it right on top here, and kind of smooth it out a little bit, just like that. Make another layer, just like that. Just kind of mix it in there. Kind of pull it around a little, and there we go, just like that. Make a nice layer in there, make it gooey. Okay, now we're going to take and put a whole mess of shredded cheese right over the top of this. And we want to make this layer of cheese kind of heavy, because we really want to get a nice crust on it almost, on top. Believe me, this will smoke in real nice like this, once it's got that layer on there. And it'll make a nice crusty layer on top, just like that. Okay, now there it's put together, and it's ready to go in the smoker. Okay, our lasagna's out of the smoker. It's been setting up for about 5 minutes while we put in, earlier made a loaf of homemade sourdough French bread. And so we put that in, put a little cheese topping on it to go with this. So let's cut this rascal open and plate it up. Oh, this ought to be good. Oh, it's gooey. Look at that. Oh. There we go. Now let's see if we can get a nice big old chunk of that scooped out of here and put onto a plate. Oh, look at that. Does that look good? Now we're going to finish that off with a couple pieces of fresh homemade sourdough bread.